Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Abby.
You know what to do, girl.
Okay, this is Abby speaking. Welcome to Mommy Mogul Mindset. We're here, we talk about being a mommy and being a mogul and having the mindset to do it, honey, because you have to have that mind tight if you want to mother and be successful at it. If you want to be a mogul, which is, to me, a mogul is someone who successfully manages all the balls they got in the air. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really about your economics, so to speak, in terms of how much money you make. That makes you a mogul. It's about the responsibility and how well you carry it, right? And I can talk about that all day long. So, I know I's a mogul, okay? All the stuff that I manage at once. I know I'm a mogul, right? And so here we want to talk about that. We want to encourage each other to maintain a positive, strong mindset out here, whether you're mothering your children, whether you're mothering a family, a business, a vision. Sometimes, you didn't get a physical child, but you got that vision, baby. That's what the Elizabeth's about, right? You got that vision and you're carrying it and you're nurturing it and you're feeding it every day and you're making sure that it bathes and it gets enough rest and all of that, right? So you got to have that mindset tight. So over here, we do meditation. We definitely talk about self-love and self-care. We also have Danyelle Claxton, who talks about tech, all things tech. She wants to make sure that we stay in the know that way. And she also just gives really good guidance in other areas as well. So we're so happy to have her. And we are working out our financial arm, ladies. Just please continue to be patient, okay? I know I keep saying we got somebody that's gonna come on here and talk to us about finance. We got somebody that's gonna come and talk to us about getting our bag, and that's gonna happen. But guess what else is happening at the same time? Mercury retrograde. Yeah, I'm blaming it on Mercury retrograde. Yep, I sure am. So that's what we're doing. So we will have that part all. I'm still working it out. I'm still working out the details, but trust me, when we do, it's going to be worth the wait. Okay. So it looks like Danyelle has joined us. Hello, Miss Danyelle Claxton. Good morning.
Good morning, Danyelle.
Oh, come off of mute, baby.
Sorry, I'm on my phone because for whatever reason, some on my computer doesn't want to connect to the meeting. So I'm like, I know. I know.
You can blame it on that.
Oh yeah. I'm like, okay, Wusa. I'm like, okay.
Well, I'm so glad you joined us. Today we are going to talk about continue this series. This is the final Monday for this series. I'm so excited. We got through a whole series, ladies. What are we over here doing? Okay. What? That is an accomplishment. We just started this process late April, and now here we are, the end of May, and I just really feel like we've accomplished a lot. So today we're going to talk about self-love equaling self-preservation. Start that again. Self-love equaling self-preservation. And like I said before, we have some beautiful elder sisters on here who are just amazing. They've done a wonderful job. They are doing a wonderful job at preserving their youth and preserving their mental, okay, and preserving their bodies, right? So we have a sister who joins us who's 88. And she is vibrant and vigorous and beautiful. We have sisters on here who are in their 70s, going into their 80s, 60s, going into their 70s. And I'm just honored. Like, if I can be like y'all when I grow up, I've done my work for sure. So we're going to talk about, I want to get in on the conversation, and we're going to talk about how we can use self-love to self-preserve. And so we're going to give our word. We always have to start with our words so that we can connect, right? We're going to connect our energy. So we're just going to give one word of how we feel presently. Where are we presently in the moment? And Deetra, I did see your hand up, so I will get to you. If you'd like to give your word first, you're welcome.
Oh yes, I just it was a hand clap that I put up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, girl, I'm still trying to learn these little emoji things.
Right. But my word is appreciation. I am truly appreciative.
I say. All right, just jump on in there, ladies.
My word is Willie. Go, Pam.
Did y'all hear it?
No, go ahead.
My word is wonderful.
Wonderful, thank you.
This is not Wheelie. Hi, My word is abundance.
Woo! Yes, we love that.
My word is self-determination.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, I like it.
Hey,
My word is present, which I'm
Okay.
trying to
like
be
it.
right now. Like everything is just I'm like, okay. I'm just trying to be present right now.
You got it. Juanita, what's your word? Hey, Miss Lady.
Hey, ladies, empowered.
Woo, woo.
And I actually feel rejuvenated.
Okay.
Yes.
I went out this
Yes.
weekend, honey, and shake my little tail feather. So
Yeah, I saw you,
I
girl. I seen you on Facebook.
Oh, I gotta see that.
All the way live.
honey, and in full effect, okay? I needed to let my hair down after everything. This has been one heck of a retrograde season with the eclipses. And I mean, a lot of energy has happened, a lot of great things have come out of all of this energetic cosmic energy, but it has been a lot. So, you know, to kick off my summer with a good, you know, felt good to me. So yeah, I had a good time. So I feel rejuvenated. I feel ready. I'm here. So we're going to get right off into it now. You know, we have meditation that we're going to kick off, and we're going to have just a wonderful conversation with Miss Danyelle. Danyelle, can you give us just a little tidbit of what we're going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about digital payments, being able to accept digital payments.
Here for it. I'm here for it. Thank you. All right, ladies, my Mercedes. Let's go right off into our meditation. Are you ready? We're about to step into a whole new world, darlings, a whole new dimension, darlings. Okay. Now, you don't have to stay on the screen for meditation. If you want to turn your screen off, you know, if you feel more comfortable, if you're going to be moving around while we're meditating, which you can still meditate while you move around. So if you want to do that, that's fine. All I ask is that you put your screen, turn your camera off so that it's not a distraction to others. All right. Do we have any questions before we get started? Okay, so I have a particular, let me see how I'm gonna do this. Because I have we're gonna be talking today about, self-preservation, and two things that we're going to talk about specifically. We're going to talk about self-affirmations. We're going to develop our own self-affirming prayer today, right? So you're going to write out your own self-affirming prayer today. And we're also going to work on creating a self-love ritual. So you're going to create your own self-love ritual today, right? And this is something that you can do every week, every day, however you choose, but it'll be something that's intentional, right? When you get up every morning, you brush your teeth, and you brush your teeth, you put it there on the sink, then you go and you wipe your face, and then maybe you go and you shave first, or, you know, you do your hair, or, you know, you do your nails, whatever it is that you do in the morning every day, that's a ritual, right? Whatever you do to prepare to go to bed at night, that's a ritual. For me, my ritual has been over the past couple weeks watching YouTube. You know, I gotta get in some good meditation videos or something like that before I go to bed. So that's been my ritual. So whatever your rituals are, then that's what we want to create today. We want to create our own self-love ritual today. So we have some things to get done, but I want to share with you a guided meditation today that I think is really, really going to be enjoyable to you. And I'm choosing this meditation to share because it is definitely self-affirming, okay? This sister in this meditation, she is going for the jugular when it comes to affirming yourself and really putting it out there in the prayer. So I want to share that with you guys. I'm just pulling it up right now. How's everybody feeling this morning? What's going on? Miss Juanita, how you feeling today?
Girl, hanging out with y'all. How could I be feeling but great and awesome? I mean, you know, this is the energy. This is the love. This is
How's
the
your weekend
power.
been?
You know, I really had to think on you because as hectic as things were, I found myself having to breathe, having to intentionally breathe. So I thank you for your guided meditations and, bringing us to a better awareness of when we need to just, hey, go in and breathe, give ourselves that space. Thank you.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you.
Yes,
Who
ma'am.
else wants to chime in? Jump in there. How you feeling today?
Yeah, let me, before we continue, when we go into the meditation, if you don't have a picture, if you want to go off camera, just turn the camera where the people don't see you, but otherwise it'll show up black on the recording. So it just turn it in another direction. Let us look at your beautiful wall or something, but don't leave us blank.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay. It's coming, ladies. I have like so many playlists. I should have already had it ready. How's everyone's weekend? Now, Wheelie, did you enjoy the day party?
It was actually very groovy. That was like my first introduction to like Detroit social kind of big for me.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, first time I've really been out in a crowd other than the crowd here at Heidelberg, which is mostly artists and people from other cities and countries visiting my site. So it was groovy. It was. And yeah, I was just trying to take it all in and, not feel like I was on display. It was that, when you're like we're all uniquely made. So just walking in and I could feel eyes. And that was just kind of like, okay, peace.
That's because you're beautiful, you're dynamic, and because our circle here is so small. Like most people knew, I knew a lot of people there. Most people know everybody there, and probably because everyone's like, "Who is that? We've never seen her before."
I know.
Like, and you're dynamic, so yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I really like the vibe. Looking forward to many more encounters.
Yay.
Yes.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's what's up. Now,
Yep.
Whitney and I ran into each other at the day party
Yeah.
yesterday. We got to see each other in person for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time. That was so outstanding. I was just wanting to cry.
I know.
Like, this piece. We literally screamed.
People were looking at us like, what the hell? We did not care. We was like the girls on The Color Purple.
Yeah, we were.
It was so cool. It was like the highlight of my weekend. It really was
beautiful. Yeah, I was so appreciative. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, ladies, I found what we're looking for. So we are about to jump right into this meditation. So go ahead and get comfortable. Make sure that you are comfortable wherever you are. Make sure that your temperature, you're not too cold, you're not too warm. Make sure that you are sitting in a comfortable position. If you're moving around, just make sure that you are connecting to your movements, right? So that you're not just aimlessly moving around, but you're intentional about how you're moving through this meditation, okay? But the most important part is just to lend an ear and to really listen, not just hear, but listen to the affirmations in this actual meditation. Like really take them in. Even if you don't agree with whatever she's saying, just take it in, process it and let it pass. Remember, come to you and pass through you, right? So that's what we're going to do right now. So here we go. Where's my chime? Thought I had my chime here. No chime. Okay. Ding. I hope you guys can hear it. Can you guys hear it?
No.
Today. Can you hear it now?
Yes.
Okay.
A beautiful. It's low, very low.
Okay. All right, so I'll play it on my phone, and that way you guys can hear it. Okay.
Morning, Mama Ayaba.
Morning, Mommy Ayaba.
Grand Rising Queens.
How are you?
I do good.
Okay, here we go. Got it. All right. Are you going to play for me? Okay, here we go, ladies. Can you hear that? Today, I remember who I am. A beautiful, powerful, and wise woman. Daughter of the earth and sister of the stars. Magic mama, juicy goddess, boundless, badass creatrix. In this life, I got this. My challenges are my teachers as a student of life. I choose to be empowered by everything. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be, accepting all that I am and all I experience as divinely aligned perfection. I focus on my radiance and not my flaws. I look in the mirror with admiration, knowing it's taken everything to get here. Washed clean of old stories, I stand an empty vessel, alive and free. I breathe in possibility. I am walking abundance. I trust life with each step, easily bringing my dreams to fruition. Rooted in my womb, I act on intuition. And my inspirations lead to orgasmic creativity. And I have a luscious, healthy, feminine body. I honor this temple and listen to her needs. And my self-care is non-negotiable because I'm worthy and most of service and a luscious overflow of nourishment. I love who I am, body, mind, and spirit. I am limitless Shakti incarnate, a bountiful emanation of Mother Life. Joy is who I am and pleasure is my birthright. And it is safe now to embody all that I am, as this world needs my gifts and is asking for my medicine. I am a revolution, here to write a new story of woman. And together we remember that we are untethered, and so we take flight, and to this world we offer our light, restoring the balance and sacredness of life. We claim our queendom and welcome heaven on earth, in our lives, in our bodies, and for all beings now. We are in this together. I love you. I'm grateful for you. And it's going to be an amazing day. As you allow these words to settle in, take a deep breath in your nose and gently let it out your mouth. And decide for yourself in this moment what you choose to affirm about yourself. What truth are you willing to claim as yours and yours alone? What boundaries will you set as you affirm who you are in this world? What are your non-negotiables when it comes to loving yourself? Inhaling and exhaling. Taking mental note, feeling what it feels like inside your body. When you're ready, I want you to slowly, gently move and wiggle your fingers and toes slowly and gently when you're ready. Feel what it feels like to take your time. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and just write. Whatever comes, comes. Catch your downloads, write them out. I'll give you 1 more minute. $20. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. I don't have my chime with me. And if you're still writing, that's fine. You can go ahead and finish up whatever you were working on. I'm going to jump right back in here. And if anyone would like to share, now would be the time to do so. So I saw a couple of you working really hard on this assignment. Thank you. Appreciate you for taking it serious. All right. So if you'd like to share any jewels or pearls of wisdom that may have come to you through that meditation, please do. Please share. Ah, there's a chime. Ah, see how the universe works things out. Anyone like to start, or would you like me to start?
I'll start.
Oh, no, we can go.
Okay, so what I wrote and what downloaded to me, at least the beginnings of what has downloaded to me, number one was to write my vows to myself, which I didn't do, but this is the other part that came through. I am walking in abundance, beauty, joy, and peace. I am walking in love. I am walking for those who cannot and do not walk. I am walking because my divine source, the Most High, walks in me each and every day in every way.
Beautiful. You done did the whole assignment now, Wheelie. That was awesome. Yes, ma'am. Beautiful.
Thank you, beloved.
Who else would like to share? Anyone? You don't have to. There's no pressure here. You know, this part you don't have to share unless you don't want to. But I'll share if no one else wants to go.
I'll share.
Sheila, like you wanted to share something. Go for it.
Hum. So I have that I am lovingly beautiful. I am fulfilled with abundance and joy. I am flexible in my body. I stretch with ease. My body is worth preserving, for it is the vehicle that I travel through this earthly life. I am transparent, for I have nothing to hide because I am love, and love should be expressed and seen. I am creativity boldly expressed to inspire me and all others.
Beautiful. Thank you, Queen Aduni. You finished the assignment too. All these great students in here. I love it. So now you guys did awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'll give you some more feedback in a minute, but I just want to hear other people first. So who else? Pam, Juanita.
Pam is in the intercession.
She's in intercession. Okay. Juanita.
Okay, so I only did part of the assignment. I wrote it in my mind, didn't write it on paper or anywhere.
Fine, go ahead.
So what I wrote within my spirit is that I am a vessel of the divine. I am subject only to the ultimate power, the source of my being. I am not subject to any force other than the great I am, and I am a vessel of his presence, his love, his power. And through him, through his power working in me, I have the dominion and authority to rule over anything in my life that I need to rule over. That's the essence of it. Might be a little harsher than I really experienced because rule over wasn't the word that came to mind. But I know within that, I know I have to work on completing the assignment to affirm within myself that I am subject only to the throne of God. Because that part where she was saying, you know, the things that come against me, the challenges are only opportunities for me to grow and be stronger. And none of them have dominion over me. They can only nudge me, push me, motivate me to become a higher version, a more powerful version of me. and in love through it all.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Like I like to say, staying in your goddess seat, like you get to create for yourself what the experience is going to be or not. If you say it's a miserable experience, you're right. If you
Yes.
say it's a great experience, you're right. I mean, either way,
Yes.
you created
Yes.
it, so you're right.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Thank
I do
you.
have to ask though, just because it's like kind of it's kind of pulling at my collar. Um, what is it that you self-affirm? Like, I know that you're a vessel of the great I am, and you are such a devotee in that regard. But here on Monday, we gotta go a little deeper. We gotta challenge you just a little bit more, right? So in the
Mhm.
spirit of challenging you to stretch just a little bit further beyond where you are, right? What is it that you self-affirm for as Juanita? Like, just as the expression of the Most High, but as Juanita,
I get it because
what would that affirmation be?
yeah, because I am the Juanita version of him,
Yeah.
and saying him doesn't mean male or female for me, but I am the Juanita version of him, and I am committed to operating in the fullness of the gifts, powers, talents, abilities that he has placed within me.
Give me some practical. Bring it down to earth now. Ground that. What does that look like on a daily? What does that look like in your daily life?
I am committed to operating in love in my thoughts, my words, my deeds, interactions, be it business, be it pleasure, be it conversations, be it tasks. I have to measure myself against, am I operating in love? Sometimes I don't measure up. I got to face the truth of that and know where I need to grow and improve. So I know that kind of like gets a little wordy in terms of getting to that true affirmation. And I'm gonna work on my homework and doing that. Thank you for bringing us to that place of helping us define, our affirmation to help us walk in our purpose.
Ashay, you're welcome. Yes, and I'm going to check up on you too. I want you to write it because the power of writing is dynamic. Once we write something down, that's showing the universe we're taking action. And once we take action, it's a wrap. The universe like, oh, she's serious about this thing. She's not just thinking about it. She's not just saying it. She took an action. So when we write it down, like I say, we're 50% done. It's 50% done when you write it down. But if it's just out in the ethers and it's just a thought, then, until you write it down or take an action, it's just a thought. And thoughts have power, but not without an action behind it. So I want you to write your assignment. I will be checking up on you. I got your number. I'll call you today. I'll be like, did you do your assignment?
Oh my goodness. Give me till next Monday, please. Please, because what sister got on her plate. I'm being real.
Okay.
I'm being real because to say I'm gonna get it done today, and I'm looking at what's on my plate, I'm like, don't fool yourself, girl. So I'm not gonna fool myself.
We're gonna come back to you because I want to know what self-care you're doing today, because regardless of what's on your plate, you should be on your plate.
Well, I'm here with y'all. Y'all are feeding into my spirit. Y'all are my medicine. In the midst of all that I'm doing, I am taking time to breathe, relax, and just in the midst of all these tasks, make sure that I touch base with the love.
It's here for you, honey. It's here for you.
Thank you. I'm so thankful, and I just thank God for you all.
Ashay. Thank you, Miss Juanita.
Thank you.
I just want to chime in on this.
Sure, go for it.
Beloved Juanita, I just would like to hear what you feel you would promise yourself every single day. I hear that spirit that I hear in all of us mommies and aunties and everyone. We're givers. We're going to give the love. We're going to give our gifts. We're going to give our talents. But I want I would love to hear what you promise yourself each and every day, because that love you give out, we know definitely it circulates back in. And, you know, we want to know that we're sipping and pouring from that full cup that we start out with ourselves. And that's a promise to love ourselves completely. Whatever it is every, morning, as you start your day, what is your promise to yourself? Because you're so worthy of it. You're so deserving, and it's so important, and time is so precious.
Well,
So,
since you asked that question, it's brought to light a new commitment for me, and I know it's essential. It's not a commitment. It's not anything I've ever committed to before, and it's simply to be gentle with myself,
yes,
so that I
yes.
can be gentle with others, because I've always
Yes.
operated with a harshness.
Mhm.
And I look at the word, look at the Bible, and I know that it's not godliness, but I've been so rigid and so on point, and almost like that drill master sergeant, with life. And it's like, okay, that had its place, it had its time, and it's not conducive to me being my best me. It's not conducive to me being the best mom. It's not conducive to me being the best wife. It's not conducive to me being my best. I got to find my way to gentleness. And it starts with being gentle with me.
Yeah.
So I can
So I
learn to
can
be
see you
gentle
writing
with others.
like a vow of gentleness to yourself that you read
Mhm.
every day, or something that you really start hearing that word and embodying what that means specifically for you each and every day.
Thank
Because
you.
I can see whatever it is that you want to allow to fall away. You've already affirmed it, and it is gently falling away from you.
Amen.
Yes, yes,
Amen.
yes.
So
Okay.
for me to embrace the gentleness and to thank God. Thank God for the gentleness I see operating in others, because that's what has inspired me to recognize the need to find my way into gentleness. I see it in you guys. I met a sister this weekend in the process of trying to find a place. Um, this sister, oh my God, she was so on point with her business. I mean, sister was about her business in such a gentle way,
Mm.
such a gentle way where there was no question about her boundaries.
Mhm.
There was no question about her business, but there were those among the group who she was talking to, who she was showing the place to, and we were coming from different areas, and some of us were coming from a real rough place. Some of our, what I would see myself as in my day as such somewhat of a hood rat, because I've been that too. And so she made each of us feel important, valued, whatever we had to say, whatever we had to ask. She didn't make us feel like anybody or anything was any more important. And each question that was asked got her full, undivided attention. And the answer might not have been what anyone wanted to hear, but she was so gentle and loving in it that, it made it all so much more digestible.
That's beautiful. And the fact that she showed up is confirmation that you're on the right track.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's your confirmation. It showed up for you in the flesh.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
That's
And I don't
dope.
even know, if she realizes how much of her godliness she was walking in, that she is walking in. This is her way of being her, but there's so much godliness in her. There's a scripture that says, we know the ways of God, but we may not recognize them as God.
Mhm.
So, walking in kindness, walking in love, walking in gentleness, all that. That's a lot of people who do that, who don't even have a concept that God is real, and they're
Mhm.
walking in godliness more than me,
Right.
who's supposed to be so godly. But yeah, thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
Appreciate that. Anyone else like to share? What did you get out of the meditation for today? If you want to share any downloads that you got from the meditation, anything that you want to share with the rest of the group, you can do so now. We're going to take probably one more person, then we're going to move on. Going once, going twice. I'll go. Okay, so what came to me is one of my affirmations for self-preservation, because today we're talking about self-love equaling self-preservation. What are you doing to preserve yourself? And so for me, it's smiling. I smile and laugh at least 5 times daily. Now, there was a time, not too long ago where I realized that I wasn't smiling, I wasn't laughing. And when I would, it'd be like a chuckle, and it would have to be, I would have to work and force it, right? So over the past couple of years, especially since the pandemic, that really woke me up. It's like, be deliberate in your happiness. Be deliberate in smiling. Be deliberate in feeling good, instead of being so rigid or being so serious. Oh, I got to get the business done. I got to get the business done, and one of my children might come in and just have a silly story to tell, but I'm so focused on cooking dinner. I'm so focused on doing this, doing that I miss the whole joke, right? So I've made a deliberate effort to smile because it takes 5 muscles in your face to smile, and it takes over like 50 to frown. So smiling, everybody say, how you say so? Smiling keeps you youthful looking, smiling and laughing. And not just laughing, but laughing from my gut. That is so important that you learn to laugh from your gut. It's so cleansing and so healing. I just love it. So yeah, so that's what I'm committed to. That's one of my self-preservation, my ways of self-preserving is through laughter and smiling. So yeah. All right, ladies, we're about to jump on in here to this next segment. I know that we have 1 more minute, and I'm gonna let Sheila do the outro. For the video. We're almost at an hour. So we are about to switch over from live to Zoom.
Yeah, we've got, I'll go ahead and set it up now because we've got about 8 minutes to go.
Okay, cool. I'm looking at the timer on the Zoom. So it's 59 minutes. I'm like, we're almost at an hour. Okay, so we have a few minutes. Cool beans. All right, so we're gonna go into the assignment, but I first want to introduce Danyelle. Danyelle, would you like to share your segment with us today?
Sure. My segment today is taking on digital payments. And one of the reasons why, as a small business owner or a person that's doing services, whatever it may be, you want to be able to accept as many forms of digital payment to get your coin, basically. You don't want to leave no stone unturned. As we learned with the pandemic, a lot of small businesses were forced to shift into a digital payment system because of how contagious the virus was. So people who were still come home, or businesses that were still cash only, a lot of them were failed at either forced to go digital or they're no longer in existence to this day right now. Just because it's just the way of the land. More people are using digital forms of payment nowadays more than ever. Myself included. I actually been walking around with $50 on my wallet. Didn't even know it was in my wallet because I don't pull out my wallet no more to get my debit cards to pay for stuff. I use my phone for everything, my wallet on my phone. So I am a digital person, and if I come across a vendor, I'm at a fair, I'm at a party, and they're cash only, 9 times out of 10, if I only have my phone, I may not be able to get that purchase because they don't have, a means to do that. So something as simple, you can go with the top 2 most simplest I think everybody has is either PayPal or Cash App. PayPal has a small transaction fee for every action that you have. I know Cash App has a transaction fee, especially if you transfer it over to your bank, but these are minimum. And these are just cost of doing business. There's no way to actually get around it. If you want to actually be able to take people's cards, be a little bit more official, you can get Square. And Square is a product that you can actually input all of your products and services in, and then you can purchase the chip reader that you slide. They have a chip reader that you slide, a basic chip reader that you slide. You can go to Best Buy. If you will need to pick up something right now, you can go to Best Buy and get this chip reader. I think one is like $15. The one that actually reads the chip that you insert is $40. And you could purchase it outright. Then they're small, they're compact. You can always accept any kind of payment at any given time. Another good payment source you can have for all my, I know Apple has come out with Apple Pay. So for people like me who use my phone, my watch to pay for things, it's perfect. Just put my phone right there and it comes right in my account, right into your account. Google Google Pay as well. So you can actually sign up for Google Pay. I love it when I see vendors have several different options, because your market is different people pay different ways. Some people only use Apple Pay, some people only use Google, some people use Cash App, and some people use PayPal. So you don't want to just be limited to just one, because what if that customer doesn't have that particular payment option? I know there's Venmo out there. I don't know too many people that do Venmo, but it is an option that you can just have set up, and it doesn't cost to set up anything with these companies. You can set up a Square, you can set up your PayPal, you can set up your Cash App, you can set up all of this stuff and just have it ready to go. So when anyone comes up, you can capture that sale. I'm trying to think. And then you can also, Zelle is good, but Zelle is not necessarily more so business. Zelle is more peer-to-peer, friend to friend. Like, hey, can you send me $20? It's a good backup option if that's like the last resort for someone to have, and they'd be like, oh, well, I don't have none of this. Can I Zelle pay? You can. There's nothing wrong with that. But for business, Zelle doesn't do business to business, but it does do peer-to-peer. So, like I said, I love it when I see people who have at least 5 or 6 different options for people to pay. And then, you can still do cash. I'm not saying don't do cash. I'm just saying that digitally is safer. We know cash carries a lot of bacteria and other stuff on it. And with COVID still numbers going up, you want to try to do a cashless, contactless type of business when you're dealing with people. So having these options is perfect. All of these options also have where you could do a QR code. So once you set up your business and you're able to accept receive payment, you can do QR codes. I've seen vendors have, or a small business, they have their QR code here, click for the Cash App. They have the QR code for the Apple Pay. They have the QR code. And so it automatically comes up. They type in the amount that they're going to send and it automatically goes out. I also just found out that Cash App does digital receipts. So PayPal does digital receipts. Cash App does all of these forms that I'm talking about, does digital receipts for their clients. So you can even continue being contactless by sending a digital receipt to their send their to their phone. And then there's another one that I like, Clover. Clover just came out with, as far as a point of sale system, Clover just came out with a smaller, more portable option of their system. I like Clover because Clover allows you to actually create a loyalty program for your business and services. And so you can have it set up that, every time for every $100 that a customer spends with you, you give them $15 towards their next service. I don't know what happened. And I like that option because loyalty programs, and I will talk about that next time, about the benefit of having a loyalty program, that keeps people coming back to you. I know here in Detroit, there was a health food store called More Herbs, and I love them because they were Black owned. And I think theirs was $20. You get $20 for every $200 you spend. So it's like, you sitting there, you looking at And that's not in one lump sum. That's $20 over, I mean, that's $200 over a period of time. So I may spend $200 in a month with them in a month's time, and then I'll get $20 go towards my next purchase, which little incentives like that definitely keep people coming back into you. Not back into you, keep people coming back to you. Yeah, just want to know, does anybody have any questions about digital payments?
Well, my question, Danielle, is can you get, I'm concerned about like swiping, somebody just passing you and able to swipe while you're and get money from you. How are you protected from that? Because if all a person has to do is to swipe,
Or like tap on your phone, talk about the tap,
or
so
whatever those things are, how are you protected from somebody? Even if you're walking or something, but maybe you've laid your phone down and somebody is able to just sit there right next to them, or is it, how's the protection?
okay, so first of all, I see you have the green iPhone. You cannot, unless your wallet is open on your phone, nobody can get in any information or any tap. So you have to open up your wallet in order to do a particular service. I know Apple has a double protection. I have a double protection on mine where I have to unlock my wallet with my face or my code in order to physically put my and use the card that I want to use and physically put it on the tapping device in order for it to order for it to work.
Mm-hmm.
So like if your phone is off, if the app is not open and the app is not on, the wallet's not unlocked, and you're nowhere near anything like that, they can't receive anything. And then also every last card that I have in my wallet, when I do use it, it sends me a receipt, a digital text message receipt. So it's like you just spent $30 at Sheila's, House of Fun. You just spent. I get notifications each and every time I do a digital purchase. So if I get a notification saying I just spent money somewhere else that I didn't, then I automatically do, call and do the fraud and everything like that. So there are protections already built in to those digital wallets that if you are utilizing it, you want to make sure that you're able to unlock the wallet with your finger or your face or your passcode.
Mm-hmm.
And that you also want to make sure that you're getting the notifications, whatever, if you spend it at Ulta, if you spend it at Meyer, that you instantly get a digital text message confirmation that you just made this purchase.
Mm-hmm. So the Apple, because I have money in the Apple, am I supposed to have a card, or is that just?
So you talking about Apple Pay?
Yeah, I have money in there, but I don't know how to access it.
You don't have to have a card, but you do need to attach your bank account so that you can put that money into your bank account or pull money out from your bank account to have in your Apple Pay. So Apple Pay is when you have monies in there, it's peer-to-peer, like Cash App. You send me $20, it sits in Cash App until either I use the card or I use my digital card that's in my wallet. Apple Pay is the same way. You can put money in there, and you can, if you go to some Apple Pay distributors, you know what I'm saying? You see Apple Pay, you can use that particular section in your wallet to pay for your purchases with the money that's set aside in there. And if you need that money to go into your bank account, you need to go into the settings in the Apple Pay for that particular card. That particular card, and attach your bank account, and then that way you can transfer money from the Apple Pay into your bank account.
So you would, if I'm going to spend $20 from my Apple Pay, I need to put that in my account first, in my bank account first, or does it automatically when you attach, like your your bank account, it will pull from that? How?
If you tap your, okay, so if you tap your bank account, like for me, I have my Chase card, digital card in my Apple Wallet, and it's attached to my Apple Pay as well. So if let's say I have $20 in my Apple Pay, and I'm going somewhere to pay for something and it's $50, it will take the $40 that's in my Apple Pay, and then it will go and take the $10 off of my Chase to cover the cost of that purchase. So if I don't have enough, it will cover it. If I have somebody sent me $200, $250 in my Apple Pay, and I need that in my Chase account, all I would do is go in the settings section of the Apple Pay wallet, of the Apple card. I'm sorry, guys. And transfer the money from my Apple Pay into my bank account.
Okay.
And then if you need to pull from your bank account, and let's say, that's all you want to use, you want to go somewhere, you just want to use Apple Pay, you don't want to use any of the other cards, you can just pull money from your account, put, $300 in Apple Pay, and then anywhere that you see Apple Pay, that's what you're just going to use the Apple Pay card. It's always going to ask you which card you want to use that you have saved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw when I went to a natural hair expo, there was a couple of vendors there, which was very impressive. They had a they had a sign, and it had all the different things that they accept. Matter of fact, it wasn't like a paper sign. It was really slick. They had made it into a wood thing that they had sitting there, or glitter and everything. It was really cool. It was really cool. Yeah. So
once you set up your payments and get the QR codes, you can be as creative as you want as how you want it to display for people to be able to to be able to pay.
Yeah.
It's just like how the restaurants now, when during the pandemic, all had QR codes for the menu. QR code would take you to the menu online, and you could figure out exactly what you want, and then go ahead and make your purchase for your food. Same thing goes with the whatever product or service that you have.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. They still use that now, the QR code.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because we've gotten used to it. And then what it is also, having it online, it makes it a lot easier for you to change things up than paper. Like paper is permanent. So if you change your services or on a seasonal basis or a monthly basis, it's a kind of a waste to kind of have paper. I mean, I'm torn between that because I do like paper, but in the same vein, I know it adds up. And it's like, having it digital, I can easily change it on one location, and it's done. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't have to print out anything. I don't have to store anything. Yeah, it's kind of, I still like my paper. Like, I'm still writing my notes down on paper. I do journal and note taking on my iPad, but there's just something about having pen and paper that is hard for me to give up. However, I also know me. I used to be a paper queen, and it's like, keep all paper. You can't do that. We got to scan stuff and have it saved digitally. So it's a delicate balance. It really is. But like I said, for me, I've been walking, who knows? I don't know how long I've been walking around with that $50 in my wallet. I really don't, because I carry it. I just have not touched it. And it was like, and it was fresh bills too. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, but yeah, I've basically, for my payments for almost everything that I do has all been digital.
Mm-hmm.
Even from the simplest things as I'm actually cleaning out my storage unit today and had some things to sell. And I was like, look, if you want me to hold this, you need to send me a deposit via Cash App. And people, they did it. The call to action was like, oh, I want this. Boom. Okay. Yeah, great. So now I know you're serious, and I know you're going to show up, and we can finish the rest of the transaction when we get there. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm thankful and grateful for digital transactions to be able to do that, so that, you know, it takes away the stress and the rigmarole of, you know, oh, well, what is it? You know, oh, can you hold this for me? And then it's all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, I don't have it. Can I pay you next week or something like that? No, I need cash now. I mean, I need my money now. I know I've seen some vendors actually are starting to take Bitcoin or starting to take digital coin, cryptocurrency as well. And I'm not as well versed in cryptocurrency to be actually doing that. I've seen gas stations start to take cryptocurrency. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a whole nother world that I don't know. So I'm gonna stick to just the digital world that I do know. So I hope that helps you. And if I need to get with you and show you how to, you know, go in and set up your wallet for the Apple Pay, I'm glad to do that because I do like Apple Pay. I'm a huge Apple Pay user.
Thank you. Thank you. I wrote all that down too. I get with you. Thank you.
All right. Anybody
Danyelle,
else?
I have
Yes.
a question. This is not really good. Great day.
Great day.
I am wondering if I'm gonna start teaching classes in here in Detroit, like line dance / hustle, yoga. If people are paying a love donation, some on site, but they want to do it, what would be your suggestion with the best? If they say, I want to, you know, do a digital payment, what would you recommend? Just any of those that you've
Once
mentioned?
again, I would say I would do Cash App because I'm a belly dancer myself. I teach belly
Okay.
dance. I teach belly dance classes. One thing's for sure, this is just my suggestion. I would package your classes together. So let it be a series. Let it be, I don't know where your location is or how much a class is, but let's say it's $10 a class, or let's say $20 a class. $20 for drop-in. Always let your drop-in be higher than the series, and then let it be $20 drop-in. But they could do a series of 5 for, I don't know, 150. No, I'm sorry, I did that
No,
wrong.
right, but like,
Let's say it's 25. I'm just doing this off the $20 for drop-in. 5. Let's say they can get a series of 5 for 75. So they pay for 5 up front. So because you want it, I know Detroit. I love my people, but I know us. You have to get your money up front, and people feel like they're getting deals. So you can get 5 classes for $75. But that's the only way that they get the deal. I would do Cash App. Let me ask you a question. What type of phone do you have?
I have Apple.
Okay, I would do Apple Pay.
Okay.
Honestly, I think that those the top two. I would actually do. You could do PayPal if you want to. I just don't like having my money split all over the place like that. So
Right.
me personally, I haven't used PayPal in an extremely long time. It's
Right.
been Cash App because everybody has a Cash App, and the Cash App and the Apple Pay.
Okay.
And
Great.
then just let people know, hey, this is what it is. People like to feel like they're getting the deal. And I know because I was an assistant to a popular dance teacher here, she had a class, I swear, was filled with it before pre-pandemic, was at least 60 to 70 women. And she sold hers, it was 7 weeks for $75. She only did series packages. There was no drop-in. I mean, she might did a drop-in for a few special people, but it was no drop-in. It was $75 for 7 weeks, period. And them sisters paid for it. So I know if people really, really, really want something, they would pay for it. I would, from my belly dance classes, you have to pre-register. You have to pre-register. You have to pay for it online. And that way I know who's coming. I know I can expect to see how many people are coming. You can, I know you can use Eventbrite to do your classes like that. If you're looking for a link or something like that by which to do. It just makes it easier. And it makes it, as a teacher, you can actually plan for how many people are actually showing up. So I would say to pre-register, I do drop in, like I said, only for special people. I have my drop-in rate. I don't advertise my drop-in rate because then everybody will be trying to do that drop-in. Most drop-ins don't turn into series people. So I'm like, okay, you know what? We're not gonna do the drop-in, but if like you know somebody that's coming from somebody, you know, from out of town, or they're a dancer themselves, and okay, you know, you can come on in. This is what I'll do for you. But me personally, I don't advertise drop-in. But just come up, I would say come up with a series package that you believe that people would pay. And this is it right here. And then have them register for the 6-week course or the 5-week course or the 7-week course, however you have it. It makes it a lot easier, and you find your serious students doing it that way.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, sweetie.
You're
Appreciate
welcome. And I look forward to seeing your class too.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, do you do ballroom hustle as well?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, strictly line dance.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's Detroit hustle. I'm still trying to blur those lines and get it together. Yeah.
Looking forward to
Juanita's
it.
hand is up.
Juanita, go ahead.
Grand Rising, my sister. Thank you so much for all this awesome information. I don't know if this is something that you'll be able to answer for me on this forum, but what I'm looking for is a solution for fundraisers that I'm planning, where the funds are being raised by advertising sponsorships. So I want to have a card. I think I want to have a card. I don't know what the solution is, but I think I want to have a card that operate with the card and online. I guess that means digitally. That all the advertisers, like a rewards card, so that all the advertisers can redeem the rewards. I don't know if that kind of sums it up.
Danyelle, before we go into that answer, we have, we're at 9:17, and I'm glad you was able to share that with Facebook and YouTube, but we need to go straight to just Zoom. If you want to continue this wonderful conversation, just go to elizabethvisionaryconference.org and get your free ticket. All you do is just hit that button, get your free ticket, and you don't have to register again. You just come right to us directly. So we bid you farewell, ladies. Give them a good day, and
Good day,
we will
Facebook
continue this
friends.
conversation. Go right ahead, ladies.
Okay, so did my question, I don't know if I made it into a question. Did my scenario make any sense, Danyelle? Or do you need me to go more in detail?
Let me see if I can recreate you. So you are looking for a solution to be able to have advertisers, I guess, their purchase is actually more of a donation going towards your organization.
Okay, so let me interrupt you because I think I didn't quite make the perspective clear. So what I'm trying to do is say, if an advertiser pays for the ad, they are included as a retailer, service provider, whatever, who the rewards card or rewards program can be used at their business for any individual who has access to the card or the digital, whatever that might be, wallet or whatever. So let's say, for example, grand example, say if, I know CVS already has their rewards program, but say if CVS was to advertise with me and I had my own rewards card, whatever entity I would present myself as, but because of them advertising with me, they're loaded into my card system such that anybody who uses my card their rewards can be redeemed at CVS.
Okay, so I have your reward system. The question becomes, you want to know how to receive payment from the advertisers or the retailers?
I want to know how to set up the reward system. I don't have a reward system. I want to know
Okay.
which
You're talking about
card do I
reward
use? Which system do I use that will allow me to do that? To receive the advertisers' payment when they pay for their ad, and for them to be in the system as a retailer or service provider who the rewards can be redeemed with.
So you know what? That is something that I definitely need to research on.
Okay.
Primarily because I want to say ever since a lot of companies have gone digital, because I know what you're talking about. I'm familiar with the reward loyalty program with the cards. I just haven't seen it in a couple of years just because how everything has shifted. That does not mean that it's not still in existence and that somebody hasn't created an app or something like that to make it a little bit more easier. So I just need to do some research. To actually look up and see what's out there.
So Clover, what were you saying about Clover?
Clover is a point of sale system that allows retailers to actually do loyalty programs for their individual businesses. Now they do have it set up where on the Clover app, I would say download the Clover app and take a look at it, because Clover app will actually show me what other businesses are actually using that particular system around me. And what that means is these people also have loyalty programs set up as well. So I know I can go here, this tailor over here is doing, 20% first time. Okay. Or different things of that nature. The question becomes, can you do that for just one particular entity or program for what you're trying to do?
So check out Clover. Okay, I'll check them out.
But I would say check out Clover.
Okay, and then I know if you do some research and stuff, that's getting into a consultation that I probably should owe you some money for. Because I know we're not trying to be offering our services for free to everybody.
I'm not saying we can talk. We can talk, because doing research does open me up, my eyes to new things. So that's definitely something I could take a look into. We could talk.
I did try to call you at the number that I have for you, but I ran into you can't dial this number or something.
You know what? Text me. My number is 313-960-1234. A lot of times, because I'm working on different projects, I put my phone on focus so I can focus. And a lot of times, if it's an unknown number that I don't know, I'm slow to respond to unknown numbers. But if you send me a text like, "Hey, this is Juanita," I'll quickly save you on my phone, and I'll definitely will respond back to you. Because there's a lot of bill collectors calling right now from Michigan numbers, and I'm like, y'all ain't fooling me.
Well, mine is not a Michigan number. You'll see a Georgia 678. Okay. But anyway, I will text you, and then I'll put my name to it, and then you'll know. 313-960-1234. Thank you, my love.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
And do we have any more questions? Because I'm loving this topic of digital payment. I will give you a sneak peek next week. I'm going to talk about how to be able to jump on these pay now. I call them the digital layaway. Now we have digital layaway. Now we can actually put our products and services on a layaway program for people to goods and services for people to pay us now, and then they pay the companies that pay them now to pay us later. This is a game changer for a lot of people, especially if you have products that's over, I say $100 or more. Then now you can give people the option to actually be able to put 25% down, because we all did it at Burlington, we all did it at Shoppers World, and my mother was the layaway queen growing up. She always had something in layaway every month. So it's like, why not have your goods and services and classes and everything for people to pay in layaway? Now we can do it digitally. So we'll talk about the benefits of having those services for your business, tailor-made for your business.
Awesome. Thanks, Danielle. That was delicious.
No problem. I thank you. I like sharing, especially when I'm doing this myself and I'm seeing how this is working. You don't ever want to miss a sale. You don't ever want to miss a sale. Be like, oh my God, I get no. Just make sure you have everything set up. You got PayPal. You have Cash App and Venmo, Apple Pay, and Google Wallet. I mean, there's several more. There's a lot more out there. And in extreme cases, use Zelle. In extreme cases, use Zelle. There's a lot more out there, but those names that I gave you are the most popular ones. Start getting into stuff that most people are not used to. You may not be able to get that money because they're just not used to it. But most people have the top that I just mentioned to you guys.
All right. You tapped out? You good? You got it all out.
I think I'm good.
Okay. Thank you so much, Danielle, for sharing that. And I'm glad you all had questions and that she was able to answer them for you. So good on you. All right, we're about to get right into today's lesson. So I hope you guys have your pen and you have your paper and you're ready to go. Are you rested? I was rested. All right, so we are going to jump right into self-love equaling self-preservation. Ooh, what is that about? Okay, so have your pen and paper handy because here we go. My first question to you is, what about you do you want to preserve? There may be something specific that you want to focus in on and give intention to what you want to preserve about yourself. It may be something physical with your body. It may be something mental with your mental health. It may be something spiritual that you want to preserve. There may be, what is it that you value so much that you want to make sure you preserve it and you keep it well? I know y'all remember grandma used to put those preserves in those jars, honey. And take those mason jars and put them in the basement or in the attic or the cupboard or wherever, the pantry, right? And she was preserving fruits and all different types of pickled vegetables and things like that. What was the reason for her preserving food like that? Just, we all know, but just jump in there and tell me, one of you, what was grandma's reason for those mason jars and preserving things, right? What was she doing? Oh, I never thought about that, huh? Yeah. What was grandma doing with those mason jars? Why was it so important to her to preserve the food, to make preserves? I remember my grandmother every year made preserves. She had to make her preserves every year. She preserved jam and all types of stuff. So what was the point of that?
To preserve the integrity of the product.
Oh, okay. Ain't nobody make jam like grandma make it, right?
Well, you want it to still be fruit with the flavor, but you didn't want it to turn into wine.
Right.
That's a whole different thing.
Right, exactly. Anybody else? Why was grandma preserving food?
I'd say for a rainy day, for backup, for gotta have something if you need it. Yeah. Something so the pot will never be empty.
Very good. Thank you. Okay.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you
Yeah.
have what you're eating now, but you have something for the winter whenever excuse me, whenever fruit is not readily available and fresh, it's still going through its process of growth. You already took that goodness and put it in a jar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you'll have it for a rainy day. You'll have it when you need it as that backup. Exactly. So that's the mindset that I want you ladies to be in today. Mindset. That's the mindset I want you to be in today for this assignment. What is it that you're preserving about you? Right? it's something valuable and sweet and delicious and healthy and you need it and it's nutritious. But if you have it now, what are you trying to preserve so that you'll have it later, or you'll have it in, on a bad day, or you'll have it in those not so short times that we all find ourselves in. What is it about you that you want to preserve? And I'll give you an example. My name is not at peace for no reason, right? There's a driving force in me to want to be peaceful, to want to live a peaceful life, to want to share peace with others. It's just natural. I can't make it up. Like I can't even, I don't have to work at it anymore, right? It's who I choose to be. It's just oozes on. That's something for me. I want to preserve that. I realized that years ago. Okay, I might be this, that, and the third to myself and other people, right? But there's one quality that I love about myself. I love how I look for peace. I look for peace in myself. I look for peace in a situation. I look for peace in other people. I want to preserve that. And so that's when I started making a conscious effort in my life to be more at peace, to embody more of that God-given name, right? And so what is it about you want to preserve? It might be, Juanita, your gentleness. You might want to preserve that for those days and it's kind of difficult, right? So what is it that you want to preserve? Write that down. It could be spiritual, it could be physical, it could be mental. But what is it about you that you want to preserve? And I want you to think of a bucket list as well. So let's say you want to preserve your love for crocheting, or you want to preserve your love for singing or dancing, or something that you haven't done yet. And you want to preserve that opportunity for a very special time in your life. Maybe you always want to go to Hawaii. How can you preserve that vision of going to Hawaii? I want you to also focus on that too, because sometimes we get so caught up in life that we forget those things on our bucket list, that we can preserve them. We can hold them in a space where we'll get to them. They haven't gone anywhere. We haven't lost them, right? So you can also use that as a key. I'll give you a couple more seconds on that and then we'll move on. All right. Now, I don't know if any of you are familiar with what Nawili and Queen Aduni and Pam. I know that you all are. And yeah, all of us are for the most part. Yeah. Okay. So I'm preaching to the choir. I'm talking to my peoples. Okay. So I was an active member of a New Thought Church when I lived in South Florida, right? It was called a Universal Truth Center in South Florida. And one of the things that was very, very big with this particular church is denial and affirmation. Huge denial and affirmation. We did a whole series on how to use your affirmations as power, right? And one of the things that they taught is that in order for you to affirm something, it's more powerful when you have a denial first. So what is it that you are denying or saying, this is not true about me? This is true about me, if that makes sense. So for instance, you want to say something, Queen Aduni? Go ahead.
No, you were about to do it. I was going to ask one example.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So because of a lot of our systematic upbringing, whether it be through our childhood, through watching too much of the TV growing up or wherever you got your programming from, right? Many of us are walking around with subconscious beliefs that just aren't true, right? And so to filter that and to kind of purge that out of our subconscious mind, you first have to be aware of the subconscious thought. Mm-hmm. So for instance, for me, I struggled. I'm gonna use this word. I'm very conscious of this word now that we've had that conversation on Friday. Thank y'all. So I used to struggle with this whole idea of being a single mom and having children and not really knowing how to navigate that. I wasn't raised by a single mom. I had no real skills on how to do it. And it was not, I didn't plan for it. So for me, it was a whole system shock for years. Like, how am I doing this? This is like crazy, right? So in order to overcome that, I had to first acknowledge that that was even a thought, right? So I had to deny that thought first, right? I am not a poor Black single mother, you know, with no ambition. That's not who I am, right? Because that's the picture that society likes to paint about single mothers, especially single mothers of color, is that we have no motivation, we have no talents and skills, we're just welfare moms, we don't want nothing. Like that is the pervading thought of us in society. And so I had to deny that, right? That's not who I am. That's not what I believe about myself. I am this. This is who I am. This is what I believe, right? And so I remember growing up, my father was really big on that too. Like I would come home and be like, they talking about me, they saying this and that. They call it, because you know, back in those days, we was about dark skin and short nappy hair. Oh, I used to get talked about so bad. Oh my Lord. And I would come home crying, all upset. And my father, the first thing he would say is, that's not who you are. You are this, right? So a denial is very important. So even if you can't come up with one right now, I do want you to spend a little energy on that. What is it that you're willing to deny that is no longer true about you or never was? What are you willing to deny so that you can affirm the truth of who you are? So go ahead and think about that for a moment and write that down. And if the affirmation comes to you right after your denial, go ahead and write that down as well. What do you affirm about you? Hey, Lily B, happy Monday to you too. Today we're talking about self-love equaling self-preservation. So we are doing the work to preserve those really valuable, sweet spot, those wonderful things about ourselves as we mature in life and as life becomes changed in society and in the world. What is it that you want to preserve about you? What is it that you want to make sure you hold on to and keep sacred? So that's what we're working on right now. So if you want to join in, feel free. We're writing down our denials. What lie has been told about you or in your subconscious that you want to deny, you want to let go? It's no longer true. You're no longer walking around with that belief. Go ahead and write that down, and also write down an affirmation afterwards. Like, I'm not this, this is who I am. Write down your truth of who you really are. And we're going to do, I also want to move into, because we've worked on that for just a few moments. So now let's move into, what are your non-negotiables? What are your non-negotiables when it comes to loving yourself, when it comes to preserving who you are and those very sweet and valuable parts of you? What's a non-negotiable, honey? It is absolutely, positively not acceptable for you in terms of loving yourself. What are your non-negotiables in terms of, you have to do this in order to feel good about you? It must be done no matter what's going on the planet, right? What are your non-negotiables? Because one of my non-negotiables, anybody that's close enough that knows me, one of my non-negotiables is disrespect. Like, it's not negotiable at all, you know. Someone else's non-negotiable may be, I don't know, I can't even think of anything else. Maybe you guys can help me out. What are your non-negotiables? You can throw some out. Y'all are intently working on this thing. I like it.
Are we staying with our non-negotiable?
You're more than welcome to share. Yep, you can jump in.
Oh, okay. Mine is being in a bad environment, a negative environment.
Yes.
People that know me know once I turn around and my nose get open, they see my
The nostrils.
it's time for me to head on out. Yeah, it's the bull in me. I got to
Okay.
get on and go. Time for me to salute. I don't leave a neck that way. I throw my deuces up. I'm a lady. I'm gonna say, all right, y'all. I see y'all. But when I feel that energy, they know I tiptoes right on out of there. Gracefully.
Self-preservation. You're preserving your good energy and preserving your mental space, right?
Absolutely.
Very,
Absolutely.
very good.
Mine is lies, deceit, dishonesty.
Yes.
I'm out.
Yep.
I'm out. I cannot move forward with that person, that situation, whatever. Nope. We're gonna operate in truth, or we're not gonna operate.
Juicy, delicious. Yes.
And it can be disrespectful. I can take the ugly truth, disrespectful truth, however it may come. Bring me the truth. We good.
That's right. That's right. I love it. I'm on that same page. Anybody else?
Mine is
Go ahead, babe.
mine is disrespect of time and and walk it out. And,
walk it out, girl.
and non-communicativeness. Yeah. And any kind of verbal sounding abuse. I'm out. Way out.
Yeah. Good stuff, ladies. Queen or Danielle, did you want to say something?
Mine is not being true to your word.
Okay. That's a good one.
Mine would be disrespecting elders. No, absolutely no. No. I mean, disrespecting anybody, but elders in particular, no. I had this young lady, she's like younger than she's about my granddaughters, and she would call me Sheila.
You're doing the most.
And I, a couple of times, and then the last one I said, I said, baby, give me your hands. I grabbed her hands and I said, do you know how old I am? And then she said, she thought I was like 40 something. But anyway, and I said, okay, I'm old enough, I'm 69. No. Then I said, I'm old enough to be your grandmother. You cannot call me Sheila. I made that direct. You cannot call me Sheila. You must put a handle on that. You, Mama Sheila, Auntie Sheila, Miss Sheila, but you cannot call me Sheila. And she apologized and she said, I just didn't know what to call you, what was going to be okay. So you can call me Mama Sheila, but you must put a handle on it. So anyway, she laughed and she was, but I just can't do it. That's why I said when Winnie came on and I said, oh, Mama Winnie, she said, why did you change that? I said, you're 88 years old. My mama would have, if she'd heard that, she'd like, who you think you talking to? So that's one. That's one.
I love it. Thank you. And Mama Bay, I never know how to say your name.
Ayaba.
Okay, all right. What do we call you?
Ayaba is much simpler.
Mama Ayaba. Okay. All right. You look beautiful today. I love the blue. That is your color.
Well, we're in a short set. Monday is blue.
Oh, I love it.
I'm trying to follow the colors just as an experiment.
I love hey, color therapy. Yes, it works, girl. I'm telling you to get you together. That's beautiful. Did you want to share? What was your non-negotiables?
I don't really know how to express it because in I'm not a non-negotiable type of person. There are some things that I would prefer a person not do or prefer that they do. So we'll sit down and have a long talk. And most of the time, if they're in my family, they don't want to hear that long talk.
Yeah, that's how I get my kids. I talk to them for a long time. They're like, Mama, you talk to us, our ears bleed. Yep, you ain't gonna do it no more because you don't want to hear the speech.
You know, but I know what the objective is. I'm like some of the sisters have already said. I'm not into this arguing thing, you know, or people accusing me of something that I did not do, because I don't lie. I always say that lying is for people who are afraid.
Yes.
And I'm not afraid, so I don't have no reason, you know, to lie. Now, I might lie if it's going to protect somebody from killing a friend of mine or my family. I might prefab. I ain't gonna lie. I'll prefab.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta finesse that thing. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Finesse it.
I'll create a theater piece for you. But otherwise, no. When I was a little girl, the 10 Commandments in the Bible, I take everything very seriously, even though I'm real fun loving. And when I come in my grandmama and them house, everybody said, marry him. But I was very serious about certain things. So the 10 Commandments, especially the one that said, thou shalt not lie. And my mom said, I don't care what you do, just don't lie to me. If you lie to me and I find out you lie, I'm gonna beat you. If you tell the truth, then we're gonna just have to sit down and talk about it.
Right.
So I didn't go to school one day. I didn't feel like going. And I talked to my Aunt Shirley, we were all in the same age group, to stay home with me. And she said, well, okay, but don't tell mama, meaning don't tell big mama. So that evening, when school was out, I said, Aunt Shirley said, I gotta go home. So mama won't know I didn't go to school. I said, you gonna lie? And she said, well, it ain't lying. I just don't want to get no beating. I said, Aunt Shirley, don't lie. Just tell Big Mama the truth. Girl, she told Big Mama the truth. Big Mama wore her butt out. So she came back to me. It's because of you. You always telling somebody, don't lie. And you got me in trouble. Anyway, I'm not much different now. I don't like what Aduni said. I really don't appreciate you disrespecting your elders, you know. When I was married as a monogamous married person, I did not really like you lying about you got another woman, and I know you got another woman. I see all the evidence.
Right.
So that led, that of course eventually led to a divorce. But once I remarried into a polygamous household, I learned so much about what's your business and what's not your business, and how you don't take on things that's going to trouble your heart or disturb your emotions. So as far as what I want to leave to preserve in myself is the ability to bring peace and joy to people, higher understanding, or as a Rastafarian said, higher understanding of what life is truly about, the sincere and reality of our connection to God, what we call God. And another one of my final pet peeves, I guess you could say, would be people who are prejudiced. I don't mean like in racism. Racism is a disease. I mean prejudice in terms of you draw a conclusion about a person before you even get to know them.
Yeah.
You know, that's like living a lie too, because you don't know the person, so you lying to yourself about what they're really like. You might be right, but you haven't really associated yourself with the person to really know them, you know. So I guess that's where I stand in that.
Thank you.
My name means one who receives the mysteries of God. So, and in a sort of set, I'm in the Tahuti clan, and y'all already know about Tahuti because I hear y'all talking about Tahuti. So the reason I'm satisfied and happy and at peace with my name is because I asked God, tell me what to call you, because I'm tired of saying something told me. You know, if I tell you something, don't be telling nobody something. Church said, Sister Yava told me, blase swoop. So once I on this journey of life and these things were revealed to me, it made me much more relaxed and much more at peace to share the things that come to me.
Ashe, Ashe. Thank you, Mama. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. All right, y'all doing good. Y'all doing good. Stay on track. Y'all doing it. Okay, so now we're going to step into our affirmation. You are going to write, if you haven't already, or if you've already started, go ahead and keep writing, but you are going to write your own self-love affirmative prayer to yourself. This is a prayer that you are going to say to yourself as many times as you need to make sure that you are preserving that self-love within yourself. So I'm not choosing the words for you. Nobody else is going to tell you what you should and should not write. You are going to write an self-love affirming prayer for yourself, okay? Now, what I do want to hear, or some suggestions, I'll just say, that I will give to you, and I think I've given it to you before about writing affirmations. You want to make sure that you use empowering words just to start out the affirmation. So it would be, I am, I can, I will, I must, right? Those are some wonderful ways to start out your affirmation. And the other thing I want to add is that when you're speaking your affirmations, you want to speak them, okay? You don't want to just read it on a paper. That has a vibration, but it doesn't have the same vibration as when you engage your vocal cords, okay? So you want to speak your affirmation out into the ethers. And this is very, very important. I cannot stress this enough. Say it with authority. Super important, ladies. Say it with authority. All right. So I am at peace. Has a different, that has one vibration to it, right? That carries one frequency. But if I say, I am at peace, now I'm commanding that energy. I'm making a statement. I'm staking claim on that. All right. So as you're writing these out, see yourself speaking it into existence with all confidence and all assurity. Okay. Doesn't matter how long it is or how short it is. All right. But I will give you a couple of moments to write that out. And then we're going to move right into the self-love ritual that you are going to create. Give you one more minute on that. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding. All right. So keep writing or finishing up whatever it is that you were just, that thought that you just had that you were working on. And we are going to move into self-love ritual. Okay. And this is super simple. It's nothing over the top, but I want you to write down at least one. I'm just going to make it super simple. One thing, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. But you're going to write down, what's that one thing that you can do ritualistically that will encourage self-love in you. So for instance, my ritual of self-love is when I get out of the shower or I get out of the tub and I have my oil, I make sure that I have a very special oil for my body or shea butter, something that I actually infuse with love, right? I talk to my hands, I charge them up at my heart chakra, and I begin to moisturize my body. And I do it in a ritualistic way. I don't just, sometimes I do, but when I'm focusing on my self-love ritual, everything is intentional, right? Charge those hands up. And as I'm moisturizing my body, I'm affirming, I'm saying my affirmation. I'm telling my body, thank you. And I'm actually going into specifics. I'm talking to my body the same way I would want someone to talk to me, right? You know, I really appreciate everything that you did for me today. I had all those grocery bags I had to carry, and you were so strong in helping me to carry them. Thank you so much, right? It's something that is intimate between you and you, right? And it's something that you can put all of your attention into, all of your energy for this self-preservation. You can put that into the action that you're taking. So rituals involve work. They involve some type of effort. So what effort are you willing to put into your self-love journey every day? It can be a daily ritual. It can be a weekly ritual. But what is it that you are willing to do? So whatever ideas come, go ahead and write those down. For a long time, one of my rituals was going to the river every Sunday. That was a ritual for me. That's how I preserved my spirituality. I had to be at that water every Sunday, right? It can be something as simple as that, or you might want to go all out and do a whole self-love altar, you know, with the candles and the vision board and all your favorite things on it. There's no wrong way to do it. So share with us, give us some ideas to work with. What is it that you all are coming up with so far? And it's going to develop and change over the week. You know that, right? So what are the seed thoughts that you guys are working with right now? We have about 3 or 4 minutes left. So anybody want to share what you've discovered about yourself so far?
Well, I'm going to say that right now, my new ritual is to rise up every day and do yoga. Every day. And the benefits are, you know, I mean, I can bend over and grab something without the strain and the pain. So that I would like to, I am going to do.
I
am ritualistically doing yoga every day.
Period. And that's on period. And it might look different, like, you know,
exercise.
Yeah, it may look different from season to season or, you know, week to week or whatever, but just committing to that movement, that's what's up. So kudos on you, Queen Aduni.
Mama, I did the other ritual was at least a 20-minute meditation. I got that from you.
Good. Yes. Want to change your life?
Yes.
Oh, just tap it in just for a minute, honey, so you can deal with the crazies. Yes. Now, Wheelie or Mama Yaba?
In a source set, we have to commit to at least 15 minutes of meditation every day. But along with that is visualization. So if you know somebody who's not well or something change you would love to help a person see in their life, then the visualization part takes care of that. And so I don't do it every day, but like Wednesday is the day I was born. So I try to make sure that I do it on Wednesdays and Fridays. Because I want to see people well. I asked my teacher a long time ago, can I just walk up to the people and say, demon, get out? And he said, what you gonna do with this? He said, what you gonna do with the demon when it get out?
Just running them up.
So yeah, so I do the visualization. And of course, my ritual that you all have started, Queen Aduni, getting me up first thing in the morning to come
Man.
with a bunch of women. So I am, I have to say, that's my brand new ritual. And of course, I do Qigong and Tai Chi. So yeah.
I love
And
it.
I thank you, what you were talking about. I thank my body because my body has been through a lot. I had arthritis one time. I couldn't walk, couldn't comb my hair, couldn't put on my clothes. My husband had to do all of that. So I thank my body, and I also ask my body to forgive me for, stupid stuff that I might do or might have done, especially my knees. It's today taking people's knees out and putting fake knees in has become a ritual for the medical world.
Oh.
Because back when I was a little girl, they didn't have no knee replacement, and everybody could walk. Everybody had a garden, so they were bending in all the time. So I thank my knees, especially since I'm supposed to weigh one thing, but I might weigh more. Forgive me for up and down with this weight in my heart. I'll ask my heart to forgive me because the heart keeps having to deal with this weight and the pressure that comes from it. So that keeps me on my toes, taking care of my body, doing that.
Thank you. That's what's up. Now, Wheelie, did you want to share?
Sure. So first I want to share something that came to mind as you were giving us these wonderful assignments. And it's a song by Ricky Byers Beckwith.
Woo! That's our girl over here. Period.
And the lyrics say, I love myself so much, so I can love you so much.
Yes, I love that song.
Okay, so you can love you so much that you can start loving me. I'm gonna read it one more time.
Remember that song, Sheila?
I remember that, yeah.
I love myself so much, so I can love you so much, so you can love you so much that you can start loving me.
Yeah.
And so what I wrote for my self-love ritual, every morning before I leave the bed, I bless my body from head to toe. And I go and I talk to all my organs, especially my thyroid, because it seems to be a little unbalanced, to the point that I'm weaning myself off medication and being open to what is coming next. So this month, also, my ritual will be, it's called Make My Body Smile Month. And I'm just going to put out the charge to all of you. Make My Body Smile Month, starting June 1st. And whatever you feel is going to make your body smile, like mama, if it's like massaging those knees and, telling them how much you love them and whatever it is, but I should say, and what I'm going to do is today, well, while we've been on the phone call, I took all these I brought my mail from LA. So I had all these Costco magazines. I've been tearing out pages to do a Make My Body Smile board. And
nice.
So I'm gonna put my affirmations on there, and I'm committing to a 30-day shift in my diet. Hearing from Winnie, I'm going to do each week raw, on the weekend cooked food. And so my affirmations I wrote are, I am beautiful, capable, and loving. I am trusting and teaching myself to live beautifully, boldly, financially free, and in gratitude.
Yes. Shay.
Thank you.
Definitely with that financial freedom tip.
Yes, we're on it. You're on it. We're on it.
We are on it. Yes.
We're on it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can I give my affirmations?
Yes, please.
I am created in joy, because I thought about my mom and daddy when they got together.
Hey.
I walk in peace. I move in patience. I stand in love. I sit in understanding. I watch in knowledge. I live in wisdom. I am guided by the 11 laws of my art. I am grateful for long life. And that's it.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe, ashe. How you affirming them knees?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
How I affirm what?
How we gonna affirm those knees? What you gonna tell those knees to do?
Oh, they doing fine. I just thank them for holding up all these years. And I'd say, forgive me if I put too much weight on you.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. That's what's up. Thank you, Mama. Anybody else want to share? Going once?
I'll share.
Yes, Juanita, please do.
Okay, as I go back to what I wrote, bear with me.
Ooh, go girl.
I wrote. I'm on my computer working. I said, okay, you can pull up another blank page, girl.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you, Mama.
And so, yes, I am humble, gentle, and loving. And I'll interject, this is a stretch for me. It's what I'm striving, reaching for. I am humble, gentle, and loving in using my gifts, talents, and powers to accomplish the works that I choose to pursue in serving God, our people, and creation.
Ashe, ashe. So that's what we saying every day.
Every day.
I am humble, gentle, and loving in using my gifts, talents, and powers to accomplish the works that I choose to pursue in serving God, our people, and creation.
Yes, and really feel it every time you say it. Just conjure up that energy to feel it as if it's already done.
And it might change, like you said, but I'm feeling pretty good about the stability of this. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Anybody else want to share? Going once, going twice. I think we are at the end. So you have your affirmations. I don't have to give you your affirmation this week. You have your affirmation. All right. So I want you to definitely work with that. Work with what are you preserving? What are you putting off in the pantry for the future? And before we go, I want you to give me that word. What is your word? What word do you want to leave with the rest of us? And you know what? It don't even have to be one word. What is it what jewel and pearl you want to leave with all of us this week? Everyone, please do share.
Ritualistically.
That's a big word.
Yeah.
Big word, Queen.
Obedience.
Oh, yes, that is key.
That one's me right
key.
there.
Commitment.
I say. What'd you say, Juanita?
Be gentle.
Be gentle.
Now, Wheelie?
Mine is make a joyful noise.
Ooh, hallelujah.
Yeah.
Pam, are you able to join us yet? I'm going to say prayer for her.
Okay.
That's her word.
Yes. Lily B. Lily, where you be? She might have put it in the chat because she do a lot of chat. No. Okay. We know that you are with us in spirit. All right.
Hey, beautiful people. Oh,
hey, there she go, girl. Give us a word.
People. So what we doing our IMs? Because I got a lot of stuff that if you guys want to hear a few of those.
Sure. Yeah, we don't want to leave you hanging.
Okay. I'm gonna make it quick. I won't try to take too long. So I'll start off with I am feeling excellent. I am so healthy and healing beautifully. I am in full bloom. I am soft and sweet.
Yes.
I am powerful yet physically strong and mentally strong. I am wrapped in love. I am protected. I am wise. I am at peace. I am intelligent. I am humble. I am a ball of light. All these things I am. And that's it.
Girl, that was delicious.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that was mine.
I am wrapped in love. I'm going ahead and use that one. That one right there, because
Okay.
it sounds so good. I am
Yes,
wrapped in love. Yes, honey. Thank you, Lily.
absolutely. No problem. I love you, ladies. I'm
We love you too.
Love you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm gonna
Love
give
you
my
too.
word. My
Yes,
word
ma'am.
is dynamite.
Hey.
You know, and you got to do the hands, and you got to like say it like you mean it. Okay,
Yeah.
you gotta get the full JJ effect when you do it. You can't just say dynamite. It don't mean nothing. Dynamite, like that. Okay. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for sharing and for showing up, for participating, for being present and available. The most valuable thing that we have is where you give your attention to. So
Yes.
the fact that you have given your attention in this space with me, I'm humbled and I'm grateful. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful week. I can't wait to see what else is going on this week. Okay, who's tomorrow? Razia and Seisha is tomorrow, right?
No, we have, Heather Rue has joined Razia. She's
Oh, hey,
partnering with
okay.
her. So it could be
Up, all
very
right.
spicy.
Yes, honey, that's my boo. Yes, that's what's up. I love it. I love it. Awesome.
Okay, you
awesome.
guys love each other. Love, and then love each other.
Love you guys.
Love you so much. Have a
Love
wonderful
you.
week.
Love you. Love you.
Much
Have a
love.
great week. Mhm.
Peace out.
Blessings. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace. 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 Love you guys. Peace.
Love
Peace
you
and love.
all.